Hello everybody and welcome back to the Forza Horizon 3 information show. So in today's video guys, we are going to be discussing the confirmed information about upgrading and customization for vehicles. Now these will include upgrading for performance, visual customization, in which there's a load of frequently asked questions about all of these. I'm going to be answering them for you, as well as the tuning settings and everything about that. So a lovely video for you today. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But before we get into today's information guys, if you are new around here, this is the Forza Horizon 3 information show, and what we do on the show guys is we discuss Forza Horizon 3 to the max up to the game's release in September, and obviously a whole load of videos to come after that, so stay tuned for those. If you do go on to enjoy today's video guys, please make sure to slap that like button as hard as you can and subscribe so you never miss a future Forza Horizon 3 informational video. So let's get straight into today's video guys. We're going to start with upgrading for performance, moving on to visual customization, and then on to the tuning options. So we're going to start with the performance. Now, Forza's upgrade options allow you to change the look of a car and obviously improve its performance within its class or in a higher class. In general, reducing weight improves performance, but sometimes a heavier part can actually provide stability that helps acceleration or reduces the overall performance index in the car class to make room for another part. Now, some cars have fewer options, but in general the upgrade categories and groups are the same for all cars, obviously varying specific impacts on each models. To tune gearing, suspension, brakes or aeros, the car must have an adjustable or race level part installed. Parts cost credits to buy, obviously, once owned, and they can be removed and reinstalled for free. Bought parts are then assigned to each specific car, so if you had two Vanduras, you will need to upgrade the camshaft etc. for each, and installing a conversion will uninstall some related parts in the engine or drivetrain, which is the differential. Now, engine upgrades, obviously you can change your horsepower and torque, the engine response and overall weight with these parts, air filter, manifold, fuel system ignition, exhaust camshaft, valves, displacement, pistons, charger if installed, intercooler if installed, oil and the flywheel. Installing a turbo or charger on a naturally aspirated engine or vice versa will remove some installed parts if needed. So performance and handling upgrades, we've got the brakes, springs, anti-roll bars, roll cage and weight reduction. So changes to these parts at race level have a visible effect on the car. Brakes, springs and anti-roll bars allow obviously for tuning. We'll get onto that in just a second. The drivetrain upgrades would be the clutch transmission, driveline differential, sport and race transmission allows tuning gears, and a new differential will have to be bought and installed after an all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive conversion. Quick upgrade, of course, just like in the others, you have for a fast upgrade, having the game decide which parts to install to bring the car to the top of the target class. Few questions. Is there nitrous in Forza Horizon 3? No, there's not, because it's not that kind of arcadey Need for Speed kind of game. Kind of fits Forza not to have nitrous. Obviously, it will be a nice thing to have, maybe in some races. Maybe you can turn it off and on. But as I'm concerned, no, there is no nitrous. So we're going to move on to upgrading for visual customization now. So in an E3 video interview with Ralph Fulton, who is the creative director at Playground Games, I'm sure you guys all know that by now, he described some new visual customization parts, which include new rally parts, new off-road parts, and over 30 new wheels with a refreshed list and wide-body kits from Rocket Bunny and Liberty Walk. So, if you haven't seen it, obviously already, one of the vehicles is a Nissan 240 SX SE, and that obviously had a wide-body kit on it. Now, do all cars have wide body kits? I made a video yesterday about this new bit of information, guys. I'm just going to quickly include it in today's video, just so you guys are refreshed. So he asks, do all cars have wide body kits? And the answers are, as many of them as they could. They've added new visual upgrade parts to close to 100 cars, broadly grouped into these themes. Wide body kits, mainly those by Rocket Bunny, Pandem and Liberty Walk, but also some vintage flared bolt-on fenders. Total number of cars is somewhere between 20 and 25. Rally and off-road, so things like light clusters, mud flaps, roof vents, bull bars, roo bars, winches and stuff like that. So these are added to a pretty large number of cars and trucks, somewhere between 45 and 50. Visible blowers. A lot of classic muscle cars now have a new hood option, which includes a visible supercharger, somewhere around 20 cars. And finally, roof racks. So not as many cars as the above have got special roof racks, but there are some pretty unique roof racks that have been added, and a few unexpected surprises in store, like the Ford Bronco, where you can actually remove the roof altogether. Are parts required to go together? So you can install these parts individually as usual, or use the new Upgrade Presets option to apply a complete upgrade package that also comes with additional performance and handling tuning by Playground's car handling gurus. The Cars tab in the menu now has an Upgrade Heroes title, so this lets you browse cars which have the new upgrade presets available, and you can also tinker with your car as usual after you install a preset upgrade package, changing performance parts, bumpers, wings, and everything in between. If that car has multiple options, of course. So Upgrade Heroes covers about half the cars that have new parts added, and there are still a lot of cars with new visual upgrade options that didn't get equipped with a preset package. A positive displacement supercharger will come with a visible blower upgrade presets by default, but you can remove the supercharger performance upgrade and still keep the prop blower if you want to maintain the look. Alternatively, you can skip the upgrade presets with tuning and just install it as a HUD option, which is basically like a cool prop like most visible blowers in the movies. Can we change exhaust tips? Unfortunately, no, you are not able to change exhaust tips. Exhaust tips. I can never say that word. Exhaust tips. For license plates, you can personalise your car with new license plates in the garage. Use up and down on your D-pad to change each of the letters. If you need a space, go all the way to the bottom letter. Be creative because other players can see your license plate online. And finally, horns. So from the garage you can change your car horn, and many are available to begin with, but earn credits and take part in #Forzathon to get much more. So those are the quick upgrade information, guys. I'm going to move on now to the tuning settings. So in an E3 interview, Ralph Fulton, again the creative director at Playground Games, states there are no new tuning options other than the visual customization upgrades in Forza Horizon 3. The list of the Forza Motorsport 6 options are what I'm about to read out, so these are the ones that are going to be in Forza Horizon 3. Players can change the tyre pressure for all cars from stock setup, and some cars have parts that can be tuned as stock, such as race cars, whilst most production cars require race parts to be upgraded and installed to allow changes to tuning settings for that part. So tyres. All cars can change tyre pressures without actually installing any parts. Adjust pressure to create the right contact patch and affects tyre wall flex. Pressure obviously increases with heat. Gearing, so transmissions, sport, race or rally. Sport transmissions allow for the setting of the final drive ratio, whilst race transmissions allow for setting each gear individually. Lower numbers allow for higher speed, higher numbers provide more acceleration. Watch the benchmark data for 0 to 60 and top speed for these effects, and tune your car accordingly. Alignment, so you can set the front and rear camber, front and rear toe and front caster, and obviously these affect turning and stability. Anti-roll bars or ARBs, these set front and rear separately. The lower the numbers allow more body roll, the higher numbers are stiffer. So the springs, these are set as front and rear stiffness and ride height. Dampers, so set the front and rear rebound and bump stiffness. Aero, which are Forza aero parts and some race wings, so you can set the front and rear downforce. Downforce obviously creates much more grip and improves the steering, but downforce reduces the top speed. Last few for you guys, the brakes. So you can set brake balances and pressures, and these are used to control when wheels lock up and how much weight transfer loads each end of the car. And finally, guys, the differential, adjust the wheel lock of the drive axle, and this can improve in acceleration and cornering, so converting to all-wheel drive provides adjustable differential for front, rear and split. And wheel offset, there is no ability to change the wheel offset, although different rim choices may have an impact on the appearance of your vehicle. That's quite a lot of info, isn't it, guys? So I did hope you enjoyed that little bit of info today. Obviously, it was about the performance and the tuning options. So if you have any more questions about these, guys, please feel free to comment them down below. I'll be sure to read every single comment I ever get. Hopefully, I do try to reply for all of them. Obviously, I can't reply to every single one coming in. Obviously, don't have the time. However, I will reply to as much as I possibly can. So let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts of this are. And I did hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. So if you did, please leave a like rating on the video, and I will see you over in my next video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.